Yes, sir.
Boy, Cody Mack here with What's the Word? I'm
Yes, sir.
chilling with the boy ASA2times. What's going on, guy?
No doubt. What's good, big dog? What's the word, TV?
Oh, man, everything blessings, man. Happy birthday, by the way, man.
Appreciate you, my nigga. For sure that.
So we're going to get right into it, man. So for the audience that don't know, who is ASA2times?
Man, supreme artist, you know what I mean? Underground artist right now, taking off. Chicago, Southside. You know, taking this worldwide right now, you know? Yeah, for sure.
You what part of the, you say you from the South Side, what neighborhood?
Man, 95th Dan Ryan area, Princeton Park, behind Princeton Park. You know, spent some, went to high school, Morgan Park, you know, spent a lot of time in the hundreds. You know, all over though, you know.
I did my research on you, man. You not, your background is, your family background is from the Bahamas, correct?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I got a lot of family in the islands, man. Nassau, Bahamas, Freeport, Exuma. Yeah, no doubt.
So how does that translate to your music?
Man, my uncle Brent, man, he got like one of the top studios he built himself, you know, and I always heard a lot of junker music and, you know, reggaeton and all type of different music, man, and it definitely, you know, you can hear certain sounds in my music. When you get to hear this album got to put out, man, you definitely gonna hear the different variations of the sounds, man, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, so you just mentioned your project, so we're gonna segue there.
Yeah.
So you've been rapping for a minute, but you have never put out a full-length project.
Never.
Why is that?
Man, I just feel like, man, you know, I get a lot of advice from different people, man. You know, I feel like people always, you know, steer me in the direction of this day and age, man. You want to make sure it's the right time when you drop your project. You want to make sure it's the right time you drop your album. You know, so I've been giving them hits after hits after hits, you know, and really waiting for the right time for something to pop off where I got enough attention, you know what I mean? So I really felt like there was no need to drop an album until it was really that time, you know what I mean? I think we're getting to a point right now in Chicago, I got enough attention, enough eyes on me where they finally listening the way I need them to, you know what I mean? So yeah, we at that point right now, bro, it's time.
What makes you feel like it's that time? Like, what makes you feel like it's that time?
Man, it's just the love we're receiving right now. It's good energy in the air, you know, that maybe it wasn't once before, you know. A lot of love when I walk in the streets. Motherfuckers always running up on me now, you know what I mean? People I don't even know run up on me, telling me how much they love my music, or they fuck with Whip. Man, I seen Yup, this shit crazy, like, you know, all type of shit, man. So it's just the energy, man, you know, it's different right now.
Okay.
For sure.
So now we're gonna go backwards to the energy, the journey to you getting this point. Like, what are some things that you went through that kind of, some trials and tribulations you went through that kind of shaped you to the artist you is now?
Man, coming up, man, it's like Chicago, you know, in my opinion, you know, it's hard coming up as an artist and getting people to rock with you, you know what I mean? Or, you know, they say Chicago to be hating a lot, or it's not like Atlanta where they show a lot of love and shit like that. So, you know, you really got to hold your own and stay consistent and make believers out of non-believers, you know, so to say, you feel me? So I think when I was first starting off, man, it took a little time to get people attention and you know, to get people behind the movement, you feel me? But we getting there for sure, and we there, you know?
You say it took a lot of people time. Like, give me some stories where it was like, man, like, when people was like, you know, just a wild story on your come up.
A wild story? Man, I don't never got no wild stories, you know? I mean, plenty of shit didn't happen, you know, but like, I don't know, man, you know?
Like what, though? Like, what's some stuff that was like, man, like, that kind of shaped your career?
Man, coming up, man, you know, doing shows and shit, you know, I used to go, I ain't gonna lie, I used to go to ASA2times. You know, used to have, you know, they used to let you grab the mic and freestyle and shit, you know what I mean? I used to go up there, and that's before I was really even going hard to music and shit, and just, you know, going through the motions and learning how to rock a crowd, you know what I'm saying, and be a real artist, be a real performer and shit, you know? And, and shit like that, man, you know, sometimes, you know, as an artist, you don't have guidance from nobody. You really just got to learn and, you know, fight through the funk of that shit and really learn who you are and build that confidence up. So that's probably one of the hardest things I went through, you know, until I really became into my own and really started believing in myself and my own music, you know, and how hard that shit really was, you know, and, you know, man, I don't really got to pinpoint those certain stories and shit like that, man. There's been plenty of shit, man, you feel me? I mean, one time, my nigga Louie, you know, I fuck with Louie, man. I mean, one time earlier in my career, he took me out to U of I, you know what I'm saying, do a show with him. When I really wasn't even popping like that, he was just fucking with my music, you feel me? He was like, man, come out here and do this shit. We had to do this song together. He just put me on his shit, you know what I'm saying? And that was crazy. It was crowd big as hell, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I'm up here with bro at the time, you know, he was popping hard, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is what I need to be doing, you feel me? It's crazy, you know, so.
That was the Racks on Racks track, right?
We did Racks on Racks, but no, we actually did another song after that. You feel me? We had a couple joints together, and he was like, yo, we was thinking about doing a video to it and shit, you know. So he was like, yo, man, just come out here to U of I with me. Come on the bus with us, we gone. You know what I'm saying? We had did the new song we did. You feel me? We ain't do Racks on Racks.
Okay.
Oh God, yeah.
So what was it like working with Ken Louie? Especially
man,
at that time.
At that time, yeah. Yeah, man, you know, I fuck with bro, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with bro, man, real cool dude, you know what I'm saying? Funny motherfucker, man. Shit, like I say, man, he showed me love at that point in my career where I wasn't really popping like that, you know what I'm saying? And I always appreciate that, you feel me? To say the least, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's cool. You know, I still had to hold my own though. Shit, I still had to, you know, ain't nobody do nothing for me, you feel me? But at the same time, I appreciate that. That was cool, so, you know, it's what it is.
So, the word on the street is that you did a few writing for Louie. What's up with that?
Yeah. Back then, I was fucking with an engineer named Rich Laurel. You know, we had a little business and shit. Shout out to bro. He's still out here doing this thing, and he used to, you know, Rich Laurel engineer everybody. You know, a lot of different people. So back then, it used to be me, Louie, Pope. You know, a lot of different motherfuckers in the studio and shit, and Louie must have walked in on a song I had Racks on Racks. Y'all know that one. And he like, man, this shit hard, and I'm gonna hop on this shit. And really, you know, Rich just really threw it to him like, yo, you wanna fuck with this? You know what I'm saying? So that's how that came about. You know, and fucking with Louie and Stu, he just, you know, I used to just be having them hooks. You know, I'm a hook god, you feel me? So, you know, at that time, I'm looking at him like, shit, fuck, if I get Louie to fuck with this shit, you know, so I'm thinking as a young nigga, I get Louie to fuck with this shit, then motherfucker will start hearing me, you know what I'm saying? And you know, he was like, all right, shit. I ain't never write no verses for him, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? None of that type of shit. We just be having beats on. You know, I got the hooks and shit. I'm gonna say something like, you know what I'm saying? And he'll get to it.
So what song did you get the hook? You gave him the hook for?
Shit, man. Let me think. Why They Hating on Me? Man Up, I Been Up, I Man Up, I Been Up, and Do It Again. Man, we had a bunch of little couple joints, man. Yeah. Illuminati, yeah. Now it was a couple of them. We had probably like 4 or 5 joints for sure. Yeah. Then I forgot the name of some of them motherfuckers. Like I go back to that shit. Yeah.
So yo, how's y'all relationship now?
Bro, cool. You know what I'm saying? I see him every once in a while and shit. It's always love. No doubt.
Okay. So keeping on touching on Chicago culture, like what separates ASA from other Chicago artists?
Man, right now, man, I'm just in my own lane right now, bro. I'm in my own zone. I don't really even try to focus on other artists in Chicago and all that. You know, it's a lot of negative shit going on. I try to stay positive, man. Make my music. I make hits. I focus on making hit records. You know what I'm saying? Get the clubs popping. Get motherfuckers what they want. Some feel good music. You know what I'm saying? That wave music. You feel me? So right now, I got my producer Shake and Bake, man. Shout out to Shake and Bake. You know, she's doing every track, and we locking down our sound, bro. And I think Chicago never seen a male female duo like this before. You know, and we're gonna open that up. You know, especially her being a Caucasian female making trap beats. I think it's something special. When you know, and Chicago is catching wind of it right now, for sure.
Let's touch on the Shake and Bake situation because she's not from the crib, right? She
been here for like 6 years. You know, she went to Columbia College, graduated and shit. And then she was working at 1st to 15th with Lupe and them. You know what I mean? She was doing a lot of engineering and managing over there, all that type of shit for their studio. And that's why I bumped into her first, you know what I mean? So she spent enough time here, though. But she's from Virginia, though.
Okay. So would you say you discovered her, or it was like working with you has really got her to open eyes into the public?
No, I ain't discover her. She's already doing her own thing. You know what I mean? I just juiced that up, though, for sure. You know, she actually reached out to me through a DM, and she was like telling me she was a fan of my music and shit like that, and she heard all my old music, and she actually asked me. I had stopped rapping for like damn near a year. I was going through some other shit in my lifetime, and I had stopped rapping for a little bit. And she was just like, "Yo, what the fuck going on? Yo, like your ass cold, like you feel me? I'm a big fan. Like she knew all my songs, and when I first met her, I didn't even know who she was. So from then on, we just clicked up, and I definitely have played a part in her growth as a producer. And we making this sound right now that's crazy. You feel me? So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely love y'all chemistry.
No doubt.
Especially on the whip track, and she did too, right?
She do all of them.
Okay.
She do all of them. Shorty going crazy. Yeah. She about to make her mark right now. The time is right now. You feel me? Shout out Shake and Bake. You did.
Touch on something you just said. You just said when you took your hiatus from music, like what was the reasoning behind it, and what were you doing?
I was just going through personal problems. You know what I mean? And it go back to what you said in the beginning of the interview when you asked me, what are some struggles that you go through as an artist and shit like that. And I was just basically saying, like, you just got to keep pushing. You got to keep pushing, believing in yourself and shit. And that time, back to what we were saying about not being heard or feeling like motherfuckers ain't really paying attention to you and shit. You know what I mean? Every artist go through that time and they struggle in their career, I feel like, you know what I mean? And the ones who make it, they break through it, and they keep going, they stay persistent. You got some artists like 2 Chainz or the Kanye's who don't make it till they in their middle 30s or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? There's plenty of artists, but they never stop. So, I was at a point in time in my career where I felt like, man, I don't know motherfuckers hearing me. I know I got that shit, but I don't know motherfuckers hearing me, you feel me? And I just bagged back for a minute, and plus I was getting into trouble with other little different shit. So, that's what it was. I came back around to that shit though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was that moment when you was like, yo, you know what, I'm gonna get back to it, and this is what I need to be doing? Yeah,
I was still making records. You know what I mean? I was still making records in my personal time, and I made a joint called Fago. I was in the studio with my homie Ross. He like, man, let me hop on this shit, man. I was just fucking around and shit, you know what I'm saying? But the shit was hard. I got so many songs, bro. This shit ridiculous. You feel me? Like, to this day, I could drop 4 albums right now if I wanted to. But long story short, that song caught fire, hit the radio. You know what I'm saying? Fago hit the radio, GCI 92.3, and that shit went crazy. And then shit, followed up with Whip, you know what I mean? And then shit, it was time.
Okay.
No doubt.
All right, so we talked about the Whip record. The Whip record was like, I feel like that was like, to me, I feel like that was your coming out record. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the success, it has great success.
Yeah.
A lot of
doing its thing.
A lot of times I'm in the car with chicks. It's like, hey man, play that Whip.
No doubt, for sure.
Why don't you think that record has taken off further than what it needs to be?
That's a good question. I really can't say, bro. It's a lot of this day and age we in. You see this shit on academics say cheese. You know what I mean? A lot of different shit is going on. What's the word? TV. A lot of these avenues where you see what's going on. Motherfuckers getting on in the game for shit that ain't got nothing to do with music. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of goofball shit going on. People playing politics. You might go viral for some shit that you ain't got nothing to do with music at all. So I think right now, Chicago and shit, the Whip ain't went worldwide yet, you feel me? But everybody know in Chicago that shit popping. I can't really give you a reason why that shit ain't went national yet, but I think it's finna get there though. You know what I mean? Okay. Whether I get a big feature on that motherfucker, I already got a couple on that motherfucker, but whether I get a bigger feature on that motherfucker or not, I don't know what time will tell, but we're gonna see though.
Alright, so I'm always gonna say this because I honestly feel like this is you probably hear this shit a lot.
Yeah.
Have you ever reached out to black youngsters to get on that record, man?
Man, that's crazy, man. Everybody said this shit the first day it came out, man. That nigga DJ Fez, shout out DJ Fez, man. He gave me a call one day. He was like, yo, we gotta get you out of here, shorty. This is a real hit. He like, this a real hit. You know what? I gotta get black youngsters on this motherfucker. I'm gonna see what I can do, you know what I'm saying? We gotta get you out of here. You got a hit on your hands, so there ain't no reason why you still here. You know what I'm saying? So I've been hearing that shit for a long time, no doubt. You know what I mean? But yeah, for sure. It'd be crazy. The reference between Whip and Booty, you know what I'm saying? Even Hot Rod did a fucking contest on 92.3, like which song better type shit, you feel me? So yeah. No doubt. No, I ain't never reach out to Black Youngster now.
Why not?
I don't know, man. I don't really reach out to artists like that. I don't really try to, you know what I mean? Because sometimes I'd rather see a nigga in person, you know what I mean? Rather than try to reach out over social media and motherfuckers don't know you and shit. I really just stay on my own lane, bro, and I'm gonna keep pushing out the bangers, and the right person gonna see that shit. You know what I mean? When the right person see that shit, and it will go viral, that's when it's gonna happen. No doubt.
Now, I noticed you just said the social media thing. And this question is going to kind of revolt back to like the business side of it because you a CEO now, right? Your own joint, right?
Movie Mafia.
All right. So, when it comes to that record or just doing other business, have you ever just thought about just having management, try to link up with management, do the feature route, and just how to go about that route?
Of course. I mean, I got a great team behind me. We talk about a whole lot of things, but we just focus on our plan, what we're doing right now. You know what I mean? Of course, every idea that came up. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I think
we got our plan down solid right now, and we move in the direction we need to move in. So whether it's slow or faster, it's gonna happen.
I mean, if I'm moving at your pace, it's always gonna win. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
So the way y'all doing it is definitely bringing a buzz to y'all. So
for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do think that record is a hit.
Yeah.
And I think if that spice to it will probably give you that naturally what you need.
Exactly.
It's still a good record.
Exactly.
So let's move on to the movie Mafia. You know, last time I seen you in an interview, which you don't really do a lot of. I've been seeing.
Nah, I don't really do too many interviews. You got me talking a lot today, big dog.
You were screaming out all calls. What happened with the all calls and now you moving Mafia? What happened with the transition?
I was always moving Mafia. I always had my own entity. You know what I'm saying? All Costs was just, it's a great group of individuals who come together just trying to do something positive, man, you know, and I just shout out to everybody in the group. You know what I mean? They are Vibes, Finesse, Charlie. You know, everybody their own entity. You know what I mean? And, you know, I never would attach myself to All Costs like, yo, this is my label and none of shit like that. No, I'm always moving Mafia, you feel me? I'm just associated, you know what I mean? And they're my peoples for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk on how important is it as a owner of a label and as a movement? How important is it to have a good team?
Very. You only as good as your team is. You know what I mean? That's what I believe. It's very important, man. If you got solid people around you doing their jobs, and y'all all do it correctly, you know what I mean? And they hold you down and keep you grounded, bro. What you need, you can't do it by yourself, I don't believe. You know, you need people around you that's solid and keep you grounded for sure. No doubt. So it's very important, man.
All right. So the LA move, man.
Yeah.
Why we leaving the crib when so much spotlight is on the crib and moving to LA? What's the thought process behind that?
That go back to what you just said, man. You was talking about the features and all that type of shit, you know what I mean? Or why Whip didn't go national, you know what I mean? Shit like that, you know. I feel like, you know, if I did what I did here in Chicago and people love the music gonna speak for itself. Sometimes people need to visualize and be able to see you in person. So me traveling from LA, Atlanta, wherever I had shows at what I'm doing, man, I feel like LA was a good place for me to, you know, build a second home. And it's a place where they got a lot of labels and shit, man, got a lot of parties, a lot of shit jumping off out there, you know what I mean? A lot of people with good connections out there in LA that might not be here in Chicago, you feel me? So if I go out of town 4 times a month and do shows and shit, I come back home 4 times a month. I'll still be here. I'm here right now with you right now. Doing an interview with you, so I'm still here.
I forgot to ask one question that was contained to Whip. Why did it take you a whole year to put out the video?
Man, that's crazy, right? It's a variable of things, bro. You know, behind the scenes, man, directors, you know. I don't really want to say too much about that, but you know, it just, you know, proper preparation with that shit, man, and just trying to get the shit out the right way, you feel me? Letting the shit build up, you know, sometimes overthinking, you know, doing a lot of different shit. So, you know, it's just a bunch of different things, bro. Yeah. I know motherfuckers wait on that record like a motherfucker, you know, on that video like a motherfucker. The record been out, yeah, that's been on a long time. Some people thought shit dropped it earlier, but you know, everything happened for a reason, man, you know. So it's good. It did what it's supposed to do for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so back to going out of town, so you're gonna be in LA.
Yeah.
There's a lot of labels in LA.
Yeah.
So rumor has it is that you had a deal on the table, you turned it down. You want to speak on that?
Yeah. Just a couple single distribution deals and shit like that. You know, I don't talk too much about it specifically, but at that point in my career, you know, where I'm at with it, I just feel like they wanted the song Whip. You know what I mean? And I could have taken this shit, but I just felt like we didn't do enough groundwork on ourselves. And sometimes as an artist, you need to know, you need to have leverage in a situation before you just jump off the cliff and sign the first thing that's offered to you. You know what I mean? So what I know and the knowledge I have already and the wisdom I got, me and my team, you know, I just feel like it's best for me to just keep working, stay consistent, and keep making these hits till we got the leverage that we need, and then we'll make a decision, you know. But until then, we're gonna keep working.
Okay.
But I definitely appreciated that shit that I got offered to me, you know, and just experience and walk into, you know, record label offices and just learn how the business goes. You know, it definitely was an experience, and I appreciate that.
So how many offers did you have?
2.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you don't want to speak on which labels?
Nah, it's cool.
Okay.
It don't matter.
Going into those meetings, what are some things that you picked up that you and your team brought back into y'all movement?
What we bring back from the conversations?
Yeah, this conversation, the whole experience, them trying to court, you know, basically like a court.
Yeah, you know, just dealing with lawyers and paperwork and just knowing what the paperwork says and, you know, what a label will take from you as an artist or what you could do on your own. You know, those are most valuable things I gained from it, and just learning the process of it, you know. Paperwork and having a great lawyer is important, you know what I mean? And I went through that process of having to get one, you know what I mean, and finding out what I need to know. So, you know, I brought that back home. You know, we had a lot of different meetings and shit about that shit, man. You know, yeah.
Okay.
Ain't no doubt.
All right. So.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
What else you got for me, man?
I got some. We wanted to.
What's the word? TV, man. I feel special right now, man. Y'all popping right now in Chicago, man. Y'all about to go global y'all damn self.
All right, so. Top 25.
Let's get to it. I was waiting on this shit.
Top 25.
Yeah.
So you said one the diss track, but it was, I do feel like it was a
You feel like a diss track? Now listen, you know you my man. You know you my brother. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, so you didn't make the list, you didn't make the 2018 list, right?
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, we got you on that 2019.
No doubt.
You know,
y'all gonna catch hell if y'all get me on that one too. I had another one for your ass, and that was gonna be a real diss.
Hey.
The first one wasn't no diss at all. Nah.
So explain to me how you felt and what was the talk around you when that list dropped.
Man, I seen this shit. I don't know, man. It wasn't really personal with y'all, bro. I just feel like, you know, I'm underrated as an artist in Chicago. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of the top artists y'all even post be wanting to work with me and shit or some type of way of fashion. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker know what's up. And I feel like I'm one of the hardest artists in Chicago, period. Point blank. Okay. So when y'all dropped that list and I wasn't on that motherfucker, I didn't even know how the motherfuckers y'all had on there. And don't get me wrong, y'all be pinpointing some of the best artists. You know what I mean? But to this day, I feel like I'm one of the best artists in Chicago. I feel like I make the coldest hooks. I feel like I make them hits. And motherfuckers starting to open their eyes up. You know what I mean? So thank you. I appreciate what y'all did for me on this 2019 list. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. But I don't like the number I'm on that motherfucker. So any artist should feel like they're the best artist in the world. You know what I mean? And I feel like I'm one of the best artists in the world. So it's competition. It's friendly competition with me. You know, if other motherfuckers take this shit sideways, take the wrong way, man. And that's little boy shit. I'm a grown man, bro. This is positivity over here and friendly competition. And I feel like I'm one of the best artists in Chicago, period. Hands down.
You know what? That's crazy. That was like one of my next questions.
Yeah.
I asked you about this. Like, hip hop should be a sport.
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing. I just talked to Bobby Sessions, a kid from Dallas. He just had a deputy. I was talking to him about this.
No doubt.
And it's about media and just getting support and having people post you. And just working with artists in the game, and you just pinpointed something by saying like it's a sport, it's competition.
Yeah.
Why do you feel like people take things too personal and not take it as like, yo, if you don't rock with me now, I just gotta do what I gotta do to get you. You know
yeah. Exactly. I don't know, man. I just think people's mind frames haven't matured enough yet to see the big picture and to focus on being positive. You know, people are taking this social media shit to new levels to get on. You know what I mean? And so motherfuckers doing anything to get $1. You feel me? And if it works for you, great. You know what I mean? But we ain't on that type of time over here. You know, we focus on positivity, bro. We focus on making great music. You know what I'm saying? And making an impact with our music. You know, I don't really understand all that beef shit like that. You know, I mind your business and handle your business, and that's all I know. You feel me?
Do you feel like that beef, like Chicago beefs and gangs, is kind of the reason why our wave ain't really taking off how it's supposed to be?
I think a lot of people feel like that. I watched your Lil Key interview. You spoke about that, right?
Yeah.
And you asked him, you know, about Atlanta and Chicago. You know what I mean? Who better and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like Chicago got some of the best music in the world. We got some of the most influential music in the world. People that from the drill scene and our slang and all that shit, man. But like you said, yeah, I mean, the beef shit, don't nobody want to, you know, it's hard for people to click up and work together. You know what I'm saying? Everybody always get into it and then it don't even be the main artist sometimes. It be they niggas behind them and shit. You know, everybody trying to get in where they fit in. So I don't know, it's gonna take time for our city to mature, I think. You know, get to that level. I don't know who gonna do it, who's gonna break the barrier, but I love to participate in helping that happen, make that happen, you know, for sure.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Dope answer. So you spoke earlier about artists reaching out to you. What are some of the biggest names that reached out to you and want to do work or give advice?
Man, all type of artists, man, from Chicago. I done worked with a lot of them, bro, you know what I'm saying? Recently, Sauce Walker hit my DM, like, man, your shit hard, show you, like, you know, let's get to some shit. Man, but Chicago, man, you know, I don't know, man, I worked with them all, bro, I don't know, man.
Who was Chicago, non-Chicago, there's some big names that you could say, I wouldn't say big names, but names that's,
You know, Sauce Walker, you know, say what's up to him, you know, was at Jeremiah crib in LA not too long ago, you feel me, listened to Whip record, you know, they didn't even think about hopping on that bitch, couldn't think of nothing for that shit, but shout out to Jeremiah. You know, I got a couple tracks of LA for sure. Queen Key, you know, but them all artists I know from Chicago, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? So all the homies and shit like that. But yeah, man, I can't call it, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to work with?
Man, Don Toliver, one of my favorite artists right now. Don Toliver, hot from Houston. I don't think he blew up all the way yet, but he getting there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so there's another thing I wanted to talk to you about. Your persona, who you is as a person.
Yeah.
I've heard from a few people just that meet you. They say Asa is like he come off as cocky, he come off as this, he come off as that. Like, what's your take when people when people say that's what the perception they get?
Yeah, they just don't know me. They don't know me well enough. You see what I'm saying? I stay to myself. I'm real quiet at times. If you ain't in my immediate circle, I really ain't trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, it go back to what you said. You gotta manage your business and handle your business. So I ain't really trying to do too much talking with motherfuckers I got in relationships with, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, I fuck with everybody. I got love for everybody. You know, I heard that before too. It's crazy. I don't really know what that is. Anybody around me know I'm a humble motherfucker, man. You know, I'm still trying to figure shit out on my own. But at the same time, yeah, I'm real confident. So people misuse the word cocky and confident and knowing how to, you know, what's going on. So, you know, I don't know what's up with that though, but I got love for everybody, man. Yeah, for sure.
ASA2times in 5 years. What does that look like?
Platinum selling artist. One an artist that broke through the mold and took time and showed other artists not to give up. Real estate. Yeah, heavy in the real estate, for sure.
Yeah, Lil Bernie told me that you got a real big connection with the real estate.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Shout out my older brothers, man. They doing their thing. HETV, they had a series on HETV and shit, man. That was real big for them. I'm proud of them boys. They're my older brothers, man. Them old boys, but, you know, yeah, for sure, man. So we got property in the Bahamas, you know, working on the 4 flat out there right now. You know, they really just showing me the ropes of the real estate. I'm just following their footsteps, following their blueprint and learning the game, you know, and just, you know, whenever I got time away from music, I focus on music heavy. It's 24/7 for me. So I don't have a lot of time to focus on anything else. They focus on real estate, 2 different lives. You know what I mean? But go ahead.
So how important is it to, you just spoke on real estate and how different investments. How important is it to have different avenues and things like sources of income working for you as you build your empire?
It's very important. Sometimes music might not always work for you. I want to use music as a vessel to get into other things. Real estate will be the very first one. You know, they about to pass the law for weed in Chicago, right? I want to find out how to get my own, you know, weed company. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get behind that. You feel me? You know, whatever I gotta do. You know, so there's a lot of different areas, man. You need multiple, you know, incomes to be successful. I think everybody knows that. Yeah, for sure.
I do that.